Hi, good morning everyone. So we're due to start in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to just very carefully walk on this grass, and I need to remember to watch the chat a bit more closely this time. Last time was a huge fail on my part. So anyway, hopefully there'll be some people turn up soon. It looks like I have one person watching. Hi Chris, welcome. Lovely to see you here. So we haven't quite entered the Botanic Gardens just yet. This is a little lake just outside the Botanic Gardens, and I thought I'd start here because there's lots of beautiful bird life. Hello, bumped into this by accident. Well, I'm glad you're here. So stay with me as long as you can. I don't know if you have other commitments, but hi Cynthia, lovely to see you. Looks like I have 5 people on, and look at this lovely lake, and this is just outside. That's the Botanic Gardens behind that wall over there. Looks like ducks, and I wish I had a zoom function. I really do. Hi Laurie. You can hear the birds. Yeah, we've got the coots over here. Look at that. These little black ones. Hi Nancy. Hi Lynn. It's a gorgeous day here. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so it's 9:30 in the morning. Hi Sarah. And I'm going to start moving towards the Botanic Garden, which is just over there. We're going to walk past a bunch of ducks. This is all new turf that's been laid. I can still see the strips in the grass. So they're still very much working on these parklands. A lot of it's still quite new. I just saw a fish jump over there. Okay. I wish this chat showed more than one line, because I'm really finding I need to. So you can see me. I can see you. Hi Tariq. I can see you, Laurie. Welcome, Tariq. It says I have, sorry, see they jump. It says I have to buy stars to be seen. No, I can see you. I don't know what the stars thing is all about. No idea what that's about. Hi, Leslie. Hi, John. Welcome. Thanks for joining me this morning. So John is in the Live Virtually Facebook group that's setting it all up for guides. Thanks for joining me. Isn't it a gorgeous day? And I'm glad the stream looks beautiful. Hello, duck. Good morning. Yeah, you don't like me getting too close, do you? There we go. All right, so we're going to start moving towards the Botanic Gardens, which is just over behind that wall there, and it's accessed by a bridge. And here we go, some more ducks. We've got Australian wood ducks and whatever these ones with the blue heads are. What are they, teals or mallards or something? I don't know my ducks. Chris, mine says I have to spend stars too, but I see my posts. I don't understand the star system, something I still need to learn. And Rebecca, hi Rebecca. This chat keeps jumping around. Rebecca said, my first tour to join since Hago. Oh, Rebecca, welcome. Mallard, Pat. Thank you, Pat. And hi, Alicia. Thanks, John. Mallards. Excellent. Thank you for all the duck knowledge. Okay, so there's a little bit of a construction zone here. I'm not sure what they're working on, so we'll just quickly scoot past that. And then I'll get up to the entrance and I'll turn the camera around and welcome you all to the beautiful Central Coast, New South Wales. So there we go. We're going to cross that bridge over there and head into the Botanic Gardens. Just ignore this orange and yellow screening stuff. We'll be past it shortly. So this is a fairly new Botanic Gardens. I think it's been built, I couldn't find a date, but I think it's something within the last 10 years, and there's still work going on the perimeter. This is the welcome sign. Welcome to Mount Penang Gardens. Okay, I need to move the chat along, don't I? My first tour as well since Hago, Christina. And welcome everybody who's just joining their first tours after the demise of Hago. And the good news is that as guides, we have started to all gradually find our places away from Hago, and that's sensational. We're all gaining confidence, various different levels of confidence, and we're starting to feel very positive about our futures, which is excellent. Let me just turn this camera around. So good morning everybody. For those who haven't met me before, my name's Lynn, and I'm a virtual guide, unaligned to anybody at all at the moment in Australia. So thank you all for joining me this morning, and we're meeting today at Carryong, which is on the central coast between Sydney and Newcastle. And before we begin, I'd just like to acknowledge that we're meeting on Darkinjung country and pay my respects to the traditional custodians of this land, past, present and emerging. And let me just try and get this chat moving along. Hi Mary Lou. And if I miss comments, it's because I only see one line at a time, and sometimes it doesn't move up. So I really need to encourage it to keep moving as I move. So let's move into the Mount Penang Gardens. And the birds that we're hearing in the background at the moment are a mix of cockatoos and rainbow lorikeets, and hopefully we'll get to see some of them as well. But we just had a coffee in this cafe overlooking the lake, and we were accompanied by a kookaburra who was sitting on the rail waiting patiently for a family to finish their breakfast and hopefully picking up scraps of bacon which he managed to get. And I'll share some images of a little video of that in the Facebook groups when I finish. There's a guy down here fishing. I didn't think he'd be allowed to fish in this lake, but anyway, there's a couple of guys down here fishing. There you go. Hi Mona. So Mount Penang Gardens, we're currently looking at the lotus pond cascades. And so obviously in spring, not this time of year, but in spring, the lotuses come into bloom. Laurie says, so will you be staying, oh, hang on, it's scooted up again. So will you be staying on Facebook Live or going to Rickshaw or elsewhere? Laurie, I'm undecided. I've run 2 Facebook Live tours that went well. This is my 3rd. So I have a level of comfort on Facebook Live at the moment. I need to experiment with YouTube. I've signed up to Rickshaw, and I've just signed up to Discover Live. So there's a few places that I can try and see which one of those works best for me, and maybe I'll share myself around. I mean, maybe we fell into a trap of having all our eggs in one basket with Hago. I know some of the guides were visible on other places, but I will actually try a few things out and see what works best for me. Bummer didn't know about the others. Chris says, well, those birds are all outside. Here I only see them in aviaries. And John says, every tour I've watched since Hago have looked nicer visually, better resolution. And that's really great to know, isn't it? I'm looking back at my recordings, John, and just shaking my head at some of them, wanting to put them up onto YouTube, and then questioning whether I'm damaging my own brand in doing so. Anyway, let's enjoy the gardens here. So we're walking across a 35-metre cantilever steel bridge with a timber flooring, and there's some little what do you call these? Little windows, little places you can look through here. Chris says I've more trouble finding people on Facebook, but YouTube is easier. That's really good to know as well, Chris. Thanks for that feedback. And these are all things I need to take into consideration. You know, it doesn't just have to work for me, it has to work for viewers as well. What happens if I do this? Okay, we're inside the tunnel. Cynthia says, I've never used YouTube or rickshaw, so appreciate here on Facebook as I've always used it. And that was a nice echoey voice. Okay, let's head down into the gardens. Welcome to Mount Penang Gardens. Oh, okay, that's just information that you guys don't need to know. That's more for me. Pick up your free visitor guide in the cafe. I didn't actually see a visitor guide, but no problem. So what we're looking at here, there's a whole bunch of Australian native plants that frankly I haven't seen anywhere else. So for instance, this tree that we're standing under right now is called a tuckaroo, and I confess I've never heard of it before. So I don't see any of that fruit on it at the moment. I'm not sure exactly when that fruit comes out on this tree, but there you are, you're looking at a tuckaroo. Hi Sarah, hi Barb. The calendar is great, isn't it, Barb? Yeah, we have John with us this morning, so big thanks to John for getting that calendar going for us all. Okay, I'm going to head down. I just have to figure out how to get there. I think there's no map here at the moment. I want to get down there. I actually want to head down to that level there. So we need to find a way to get down underneath the bridge that we just crossed. Nancy, it is fabulous, isn't it? All right. So I'm going to head back this way. I'm going to try going round past the lotus pond to get down to that lower level. Nope, dead end that way. Looks like we have to go this way. Sorry guys, we'll find it. But I know there's some beautiful flowers coming up, so just bear with me while we find them. Now these are some of the birds that we might see in the Mount Penang Gardens. And we've already seen, where is he? We've already seen these guys. Those ones there were swimming on the lake. I get my steps in, I do. What else did we see? The Pacific black duck, we saw some of those guys. We saw some of those wood ducks. So we need to keep an eye out for some willy wagtails and swallows and bowerbirds and all these other beautiful birds here. The rainbow lorikeets and the crimson rosellas. So keep your eye out for the birds and I'll be looking for them as well. Over on my left here we have the wonderful Australian banksia, or just one of them because there are so many. Hi Marsha. So many different kinds of banksias and we're going to see several of them today. Again, I wish I had a zoom because look, they're just, I'm going to move this branch aside. Look at the colour of that. Isn't that sensational? And down beside it, just have a look at the foliage of this one compared to the foliage on this one. Completely different. Completely different foliage. And yet they're both different kinds of banksias. We're going to see more of those as we walk through. Here's another one. With the aged seed pods. Now these seed pods open under fire. So bushfires are actually beneficial as long as they don't get out of control. Quite a lot of the Australian species require smoke and fire to open, for the seeds to open and to germinate. Over on my right here, look at this. Some kind of passion flower. Isn't that beautiful? This vine completely covers this structure here, and it has a passion flower on it. Can't get Facebook Live as easy as I can YouTube, but picture looks good. Very similar to laurel leaves. So we call them bay. I think that's the same plant. And then this area here is being called the Misty Mountains, and you can see that it's been constructed in like a bell. I just saw Suzanne's surname. Stupid me. Like a rolling hills. Welcome, Suzanne. Here's another banksia, different again, taking on a prostate form with its branches flowing over the ground. And here's some young new flowers coming out. And I wish I had a zoom. No zoom button. Missed the zoom button. But I'll get in as close as I can to see these amazing banksia flowers. There's a little bird in there. Oh, I think it's a fairy wren. They are so hard to see though. I just saw the movement. No, I'm not going to see it. What a pity. They are beautiful little birds. I heard a rustle in the grass, and that usually means a lizard. There's another banksia over there on my right. Okay. I'm sorry, Laurie says, Dawn, I'm guessing that depends on the specific tour. I'm not sure what I missed there. Chris says, my finger keeps looking for the postcard button. You can take screenshots. Yeah, I'm just trying to see that banksia flower with the sun shining through. Perhaps some of the other viewers can help each other with advice on how to take screenshots. But that's going to be unique to your particular devices. All right, so we're going to go around this way. Hang on a second. Let me on. Whoop, I nearly got buzzed. Nearly got zapped, buzzed by birds, low-flying birds. Which is going to be the best way for me to go. I want to see the bottle trees first. These are beautiful bottle brushes. Bottle brushes and banksias, two completely different species. The similarity, of course, is in the sort of brush shape or bottle brush shape that the banksia has in common with it, but they are completely different species of flowers. And we have different banksias again on my right, and we're going into the bottle tree grove here. These are amazing trees. I've just found a map which is going to be really helpful. First of all, here's a little bee hotel. So these have been put up in various locations within the garden to encourage insects. And then look at this. Look at these amazing bottle trees, Queensland bottle trees. Just before we head over there, I'll show you the map, show you where we are, and then you can help me when I get lost. Okay, so we are here, and we came over the bridge here, and I want to get down to that area there at some point where the rainforest is. So that involves going under the bridge. So we need to find the path to under the bridge. Okay, so remember that for me, and you can help me head over there. And look at these amazing bottle trees. Aren't they just the most unusual things? Tariq says, hi, Catherine. So there's two different kinds here. I'll get up close to both of the descriptions so that you can see, and then we'll try and differentiate what the differences are. So this one's called the narrow-leaved bottle tree rather. And this is what the top of it looks like. And then over here, there's a couple more. Aren't they beautiful, Tariq? There's just most incredible looking trees. This one's called the Ormeau bottle tree. And I don't know what the difference is. To me they look, well, I suppose the leaves are slightly fuller, rounder in shape. And just looking back on the bottle tree garden, so I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all up in this bottle tree garden. There are different trees. Who asked that question? Sorry, Alicia. So there are different trees that I think are similar in shape. We also have a thing called the baobab tree. And I believe in Africa there is a tree that's quite similar, but I don't know if it's the same species or related. Rebecca, I believe that is what happens. I think there's water stored in the trunk. Sign on map said they're 70 years old and contain water in the base. Thank you for that, Chris. Was that the first sign? That's not on this one. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and show you. There's a fountain that's not running at the moment, but this is the obelisk fountain. Oh yes, it is. I expected the water to be coming from the top and running down the sides. Suzanne, that's right. The baobab in Africa looks like it's growing upside down with the roots growing out the top. There we go. All the way up to there. And look at that beautiful blue sky. And then if we follow the watercourse, we end up down here at the water lily pond. There's a couple of water lily flowers emerging. Again, I want that zoom button. Come on, Facebook Live. Give me a zoom button. Okay. Don't let me fall in. Okay, back this way. Follow the water. I want to get back up to that path up there where there is the beautiful banksia flower that I showed in my description. Great picture quality. Thanks, Suzanne. Thanks for that feedback. I'm really happy about that. And of course, most of my tours I will leave as recordings on my Facebook page. These beautiful little crocus flowers. Okay, someone just said something about a screenshot button. You can get a screenshot button like Hago to get a screenshot button on an iPad, etc. Okay, I'm going to come back to read that comment later, but it might be helpful for anyone who's on the tour and would like to know how to take screenshots. I love the way the sun's shining through these grass heads. these seed heads. Look at this. Don't listen to my creaky knees as I bend down. Okay, so my buy me a coffee Karen is Lynn S, Lynnes, all one word. So I apologise if I neglected to put that in. To find my YouTube channel, it's Explore with Lynn, and my PayPal me and Buy Me a Coffee are both shown as, they're kangaroo paws I just showed. They are both shown as links in my YouTube banner. Hi Ella. Now where is that banksia? I think it's up here. I think I'm on one path down from where I want to be. What are you? Oh look. It's a wattle bird, but he's hard to see. Facebook Live is the way of delivering a live event, Chris, and it's hosted on Facebook. Look at these beautiful kangaroo paws. Aren't they beautiful? Look at them. Anyone who did my at-home tours when I was still living in the Blue Mountains may recall that we had some beautiful kangaroo paws in our yard. Alright, so what I'm going to do, change of plan, we're going to go up to the sculpture garden first and finish off at the rainforest, because we are following this path and it's going to lead us up to the sculpture garden. You're welcome, Karen. And look at this amazing eucalyptus tree. We're going to go up. We're going to go up, 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 up. Gorgeous. Gorgeous sky, gorgeous tree. An amazing contrast against this Dracaena. Is that what this is? I think it might be. Marcia says, if we are here, why is there a link to join the live broadcast? Oh my goodness, what does that mean? I have no idea. Right, now where's that banksia gone that I'm looking for? The one that was in my picture. This is a different one again. Here we go, here's this green. Look at that. Oh yeah, I think this is the one. This is the one I took a picture of. That's it there. Looking down inside it. Look at that. The colour. Such interesting flowers. All right, so we're going to go now up to the sculpture garden. And these sculptures are a result of Australia's first sculpture symposium that was held in 1987. And at the end of the symposium, the sculptures were gifted to Australia for our bicentenary, which was in 1988. It's the Wondabyne Sculpture Garden Sculpture Symposium. And Wondabyne is a tiny little village down on the Hawkesbury River, quite close to where I'm currently living at Brooklyn. If we look down now from this angle here, we can see the different cascading levels of the lotus ponds and back towards these beautiful eucalyptus trees. And then as I move in this direction, been trying to use the clapperboard icon top right of screen for a screenshot, but you miss half the tour. Oh, okay, that sounds like something you don't really want to be doing, Dawn. We will find a great solution between us all as guides, the best way to deliver an experience that works for both guides and viewers. So here we have Wonderbyne Sculpture Symposium 1. The International Sculpture Symposium movement began in 1959. Sculptors from around the world joined together to produce permanent public artwork from local stone, a dynamic that inspired Australian sculptor Lawrence Beck. So basically all the works here are created from local Hawkesbury sandstone. And the first one that we come across is called The Philosophy of Life and Peace. And the artist is from Nepal, Ratnakaraji Shakya. And Shamika says, oh yeah, that's the way to do it on a Mac. And you can even do Shift Command 4 and place a marquee around the exact area that you want to screenshot as well. Thanks for that, Lydia. Yeah, thanks for that tip, because I wasn't sure what happened with that button, and I think it's about getting someone to be live with me as a co-host. So this one is called Zone of Peace, and it's by another artist from Nepal, Nu Nem Raj Sakar. Sounds like they might be related. So here, look. I want to try and get the whole thing in. And of course we can't flip between vertical and horizontal on Facebook like we could on Hago. We can, but it gives you an ugly warning and says, no, you really shouldn't be doing this. All right, so we're going to walk up here amongst the rest of their sculptures and just quickly have a look at them all before we head down to the rainforest area. But isn't this a beautiful parkland? Hi, Paulette. And if I've missed anyone who joined, that's mainly because I'm still getting used to the chat, and you only see one person at a time, or one comment at a time, and they do tend to scroll up. Okay, so this one is, what's it called? Where's the plaque? Woman Calling Across the Water, this one is called. And it says, A Siren Calling the Fishermen Across the Stormy Seas by Christiane Giraud from Bayonne, France. Let's place her with the water in the background. So Dawn says, Laurie, my first time watching Facebook. I'm really happy to still be able to see tours. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Makes us all wonder why we didn't try Facebook earlier. So this one here, what have we got? You come to the sculpture before you see the description. All right, this isn't great. This is facing into the sun. So let's get around the other side. This one's called Sun Woman, Moon Man, from an Aboriginal legend A soft emotional dialogue of unity, protection and nurturing by Bruce Copping of Maitland, Australia. So Maitland is just outside of Newcastle. So he's from a town which is quite close to where we're building our granny flat in my daughter's backyard. Sun woman and moon man. So let's see. Let's have another look. Aren't they wonderful? And I love the way they've aged. You've got the lichen growing on the surface, which is really adding texture and character to the stone. Yeah, Lydia, I think you're right. There's no need to press any other buttons once you're on the stream. I'm pretty sure I can see you. If I see your comment in the chat, I can see you. And I'm seeing where people have actually joined as well. So now this one's called They Came In From the Sea. A tool of discovery and observation and a sign of warning to treat nature with care. The artist is Paul Trapp from Tanunda, and that's in South Australia, which of course is the state of South Australia between Victoria and Western Australia. That's an interesting angle, isn't it? So it looks like there's about another 8 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. This one looks beautiful. Look at this. It's called Concord. I want to get that up against the sky. All right, the sun's affecting us this way. Right, this way. It's beautiful. I really like it. So the plaque for this one reads, Unity. A couple rise from the ground, succeeding in harmony. And the artist is from Queensland, Toowoomba. We visited Toowoomba during my road trip. I don't know if some of you remember my street art tour I did in Toowoomba. So let's get out and give it all in frame. If I can, I have to move back a fair way to get it in frame. There we go. And then we have, what's this one over here? This one's called, I'm not sure if I can even pronounce this. Athenaoi. I can't pronounce that, I'm really sorry. Athenaoi. I'm doing terribly at trying to pronounce that. 1256 BC, when the women unite to force the men to stop making war, from Lawrence Beck, Sydney, Australia. So that's what that one is there. And I'm just going to have to circle that and we try and work out. If only we could, Lynn. Yes, correct. If only we could. Let's see. Sometimes it's hard to see what the artist is trying to depict. Hi Lethargy, how you going? Lovely to see you. All right, so what have we got over here? Here's another one. Now, my first instinct is that this is bound to be someone from New Zealand or from one of the South Pacific island countries. So let's see if I'm right. I don't know. Oh, not too far wrong. Bird of Paradise totem. Upqueena's ancestor spirit, Woiwop. So that's the artist's name, Upqueena Asanamba, from the Upper Sepik River, Papua New Guinea. Wow. I don't know New Guinea very well, but I'm pretty sure that's a fairly remote area of New Guinea. So there's an arm there, a hand, an arm, and the figure appears to be depicted on the actual corner of the block. So there's a face outlined there. It's a bit hard to make out. It's probably suffered some erosion. Sandstone is quite a porous rock, and it does erode over time. And this is really difficult to show. This one, the sun's making it very difficult, but this side is quite amazing. I don't know about you, but that nose almost looks phallic. All right, so just 4 more to go, and then I'll head down and look for that rainforest part of the garden. Oh, this looks like a goanna maybe. What's on this side? It's a face. That looks like a human figure. Again, the sun's making it tricky, so let's try going in close and then out and see if you can pick anything out there. It's a bit tricky. Yeah, the weathering is having an impact. So this one's called The Origin of the Tribe, the story of life from conception to end when we become spirits. And that's another one from a Papua New Guinea artist. I didn't want to say it, lethargy, but yeah, I know. Anyway, I probably shouldn't have said it. Probably should have left it inside my mind. All right, what's this one? Aboriginal Pondering the Future, 1788. And of course, 1788 was when the colonisers first arrived in Australia, on Australian shores. And interesting that the artist is from Sofia in Bulgaria. It says, a mask from the pagan Kukuri rites, recognising forces greater than ourselves. So I would say that the vast majority of this sculpture, look at the colour of the sandstone on this side though. Kookaburra. Kookaburra. I can't see him, otherwise I'd turn the camera around and show you. He's hiding in a pine tree, not a gum tree. Is anyone able to tell me how long I've been going? That's the other thing that's missing from Facebook Live, is any kind of timekeeping. So this one's called Pietra Santa. Now, does that mean holy stone? Sacred stone. Pietra means stone. Santa means holy. Sacred stone, sense of sacred and magical qualities of the Wonderbine environment. The artist is Cliff Axelson from Sydney. Let's see if I can get my shadow out of it. That's not easy to do. I do like things with windows. Oh, there's Richard walking towards us. 40 minutes. Thanks, Sarah. That's not too bad. So I've got 5 minutes left to go. Shall I run over time and head down to the rainforest? I think I should. Is everyone okay if I do go a little bit over? Excellent. So, oh look, Richard's found us some objects. Fabulous big gum nut from the eucalyptus tree. And the fabulous banksia flower. So I've just asked everybody if they're okay if I go a few minutes over so we can get down to the rainforest part of the garden, and everyone's good with that. I've got the thumbs up. Oh, I missed this one in the middle. Hold on. Last sculpture. If we're going to see them, we're going to see them all. Isn't that right? Nearly missed it. And this one's just called Circular Form. Now, I suspect that would have been really difficult to actually carve this. All of the others that still retain the majority of their block shape. But this one here, you can actually see how it's been carved right into that really defined that ball shape. I'm quite impressed by that. Having no knowledge of carving of stone or anything. So, Circular Form, a globe in the womb of nature, protected and held. Another Sydney artist, Vesko Totev. Yeah, I'm impressed by that one. That's quite amazing. All right, so let's head down to the rainforest now. And on our way down, we're seeing some ducks and some masked lapwings. They're these taller birds here. And they nest on the ground. So they can be very protective. There they go. All right. There's a little fountain here on our way down. It's a nice shady spot. Dawn says, amazing how they achieved such stunning carvings considering it was all by hand. Yeah, I imagine it would have taken a while to do as well. So these plants here look like they've been attacked by cockatoos. We have a couple of these in our garden where we're currently living. These are called Gymea lilies, and they're just about to start flowering at my place. And they get these beautiful big red flowers on top of that flower spike. And the flower must be at least 8 inches tall. Okay, so we're going to head down here past the lotus pond. It would be wonderful to come back here in spring, around about October, 6 months from now, and see the lotuses in flower. But for now they're at the dormant end of the season. Look at the sky and those grass heads. Let's get down low. Let's get underneath these grass heads. Look at this. Beautiful. I hope the wind isn't affecting the audio. I wasn't expecting wind. Oh look, there's a cormorant. I think it's called a little pied cormorant. You just duck down. Probably won't see him for a while. They tend to stay under for quite a while. Oh, and there's a willy wagtail. Again, I wish I had a zoom button. He's just on the wall there, waggling his tail around. Let's see how close we can get to him. Okay. He's a bit nervous. He's not sure about me walking closer to him. No, he's flown off. All right, so this is the lotus pond. So you can see that they're in their dormant or end of season. All the dead flower heads, seed heads sitting on top there. Missed a comment there. Chris says, it's odd to hear you mention spring in October, but then I remember you're down under. Yes, Chris. And the bird named Willy Wagtail. They have a lovely song too. Here, look at the seed heads up here. I would love to see this garden when all the lotuses are in flower. Look at the size of the leaves. Tina, yes, I'm going to leave it up on my Facebook as a recording. I haven't made a decision going forward as yet as to what I should do for all my tours, but for now I'm leaving the recordings up on my Facebook page and inviting people to come back and view them. And then this is the lower level of the lotus pond. You can actually walk down there. Let me see how close I can get to the water. It's just a few steps. Hi, Altaf. There's the cafe over there, and there's that bridge that we walked across. So yes, Marshall, we've sold our house in the Blue Mountains, and we are building there's the kookaburra up on that wall. Let's see how close he'll let me get to him. We will be building a granny flat in our daughter's backyard in Newcastle. For now, we're house sitting, so we have 4 months living in a house overlooking the Hawkesbury River in Brooklyn, which is between Sydney and Newcastle. There we go, kookaburra up there. You'd have to walk under that, Dawn. Well, if I had a raincoat and umbrella and I didn't have my water sensitive equipment, I might do so as well. Hello there. Oh, there he goes. All right. Now let's have a quick little sneaky look in here first. This is the bromelia garden. And straight away the temperature drops several degrees as we walk in here. Look at the flowers on this. Okay, I'm only going to spend a short time in here because we want to get around to the rainforest garden. So let's head back out. Kookaburra bird is an old Girl Scout song I sang as a child. Yep, Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Merry, merry king of the bush is he. Laugh, Kookaburra gay, your life must be. I can't sing, and it was terribly out of tune, and I'm not going to do that again. All right, so under the bridge, we've found our way around here. Ducks, duck, 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 duck. There we are under the bridge. That's a interesting view from here. Excellent, Tina. Great shot. So, where's that rainforest garden we were looking for? It's around here somewhere. I think it's over to my right. Aha, we found it. It's just a little nook, a little room, but instantly cool. Shady and cool. With tree ferns and the sound of running water. How's the signal from here? Because I'm kind of between two stone walls. I love looking underneath these. There we go. Just a little rainforest room. All right, so I guess we must be getting up close to an hour, and I probably don't want to run too much more over time. So what I'm going to do is head over towards the water, and we'll finish up. We'll finish up over by the lake, and I'll farewell you all over there. We have some pretty foliage and flowers over here, so why don't we do it over here? Thanks, Mona. Thanks for the feedback, and everybody else who gave me thumbs up. This is rather pretty. So this was only a very small botanic garden. It's only about those emojis are driving you crazy. It's only about 8 hectares, but there's just some really interesting plants and features here that I haven't seen in other places. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with me today. Thank you so much. And if you have enjoyed it and you'd like to see more of my tours, your feedback is amazing. And if you can manage it, I'm very grateful for any generosity that you can extend. I have my next tour is sunrise at the beach on Friday my time. It's a beautiful beach. It's actually a beach that Matt, our Australian guide from the early days, used to take you on for rock platform exploring. So join me on Friday if you can for sunrise. I'm expecting it to be quite lovely. And I'll just keep adding tours to the calendar as I can. It probably will be slow going initially because I'm in a new area and I'm still exploring and I'm still trying to test locations and see what makes a good tour basically. So it may take me a little while to get back up to speed again. I'm glad you enjoyed the tours, everyone. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you, Mary Lou. It is quite lovely here. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Lethargy. And thank you, everybody. Thanks, Lynn. And thank you, everybody, as always, for joining me. And I'm going to sign off with a view of the plants here. See you again, everybody. See you all soon. Bye for now.